Your Highness, forgive me, It's alright. I'm alright, I think. Are you alright? Thanks the stars, and my apologies for startling you so. That was not my intent, though I suppose it was inevitable given the unique circumstances. Who, who am I? Right, of course. I haven't introduced myself. I'm a prince from the northern lands, from a small kingdom very far from here. You probably haven't heard of it. We only recently joined the Confederation. I have traveled across the continent to free the one cursed to lie in the eternal slumber. That's, you. Yes, you, Your Highness. The sleeping beauty, as it were. Look, I didn't make the name. That's just what I taken to calling you. Honestly, I wasn't entirely certain that the story was true. Yet, here you are, real as it can be. By the way, do you remember anything from before? Your family? Your kingdom? You only saw them a day ago. Ah, right. That would make sense then. There's also a responsible for your imprisonment? I see. Yes, I am familiar with them. They caused major problems for the Confederation for a long time. The kingdom will be pleased to hear that the demon is no more. Do you mind if I may sit for a moment? Just there at the end of your bed. I don't wish to impose, but, well, it wasn't easy getting up here. If my tattered clothes is any indication. Thank you. Yes, that is blood. A fair bit of it too. Not all mine, I assure you. Your captor put up quite a fight, even in their advanced age. Then there was the insane amount of phony fines surrounding the castle and... never mind. You don't have to worry about any of that. Are you... that is... How do you feel, Your Highness? Good. I'm relieved to hear that. Honestly, you seem a little worse for wear given what you have been through. Your complexion has a healthy rosy hue. Even your hair looks like you have only brushed it a mere moment ago. And your eyes, bright and inquisitive. You simply look well rested. I suppose anyone who have slept for 100 years would. Yes, that's right. You become quite a legend, as I alluded to before. I know I'm not the first to... Wait, Your Highness. Careful. Your legs, just hold on to me for a moment. I know I didn't mean... Please, Your Highness, I spoke without thinking, but indeed you are safe now. The one who cursed you is dead and gone. They are never coming back, and they can no longer harm you. I'm sorry for my coldness before, but yes, it is true. It has been at least 100 years since the sorcerer curse on you has been fulfilled. As I understand, it had something to do with your 18th birthday? I see. I cannot begin to imagine how it must feel. As amends for causing you further distress, please allow me to return you safely to your kingdom. Then I am yours to command. True, it is highly unlikely that the people you once knew are still alive. Stars, this must be so difficult for you. You are right. Sleeping forever doesn't sound like a great way to live out one's life. In that case, I am privileged to have been the one to awaken you, Your Highness. How did I wake you up? Yes. Well, accordingly to the legend, only a kiss from one of the poorest intent will awaken them from slumber. I suppose I fit the bill then. Yes, I did kiss you. Your Highness, I hope you will forgive me for such an overstep. Not the most gentlemanly of behaviors, taking a kiss without permission. However, you are free of the curse and may resume to your life however you see fit. I would be honored to help you however I can. What's in for me? Your Highness, I take offense to that. I ask for nothing, truly. Why? You were a prisoner of a horrible fate. When I first heard of your story as a young boy, I vowed that someday I would be the one to find you. I know what it's like to be... I only wanted to free you, Your Highness, nothing more. Forgive me, I'm rambling on instead of seeing your needs. Take my cloak. I insist, you must be freezing. Pull it tight around your shoulders. The clasp, yes, there. Better? Good. The window. Oh, of course. Here, let me help you. Yes, just lean on to me. I've got you, Your Highness. Slow steps, alright? Yes, it's autumn now. What's the last season you can remember before all this? Ah, yes. It must be strange to wake up to an entirely different season on top of everything else. Your Highness, you're shivering. Yes, you are. Come. There are more comfortable chambers elsewhere in this castle. I stumbled upon a few as I searched for you. Far better than this draughty tower. Perhaps I could scrunch up some food as well. There's bound to be something left here in this forsaken place. Good, just hold on to my arm. The stairs down are quite steep. I suppose I was a bit too optimistic about the food. They left nothing behind. Probably would have been poisoned or something anyway. Luckily, I do have some rations left. It isn't much. Certainly not to some of your standard, I imagine, but I hope it brings you some small comfort. Well, that is kind of you to say. Go on, eat as much as you like. Are you feeling any warmer now, Your Highness? I'm glad to hear it. We could almost call it cozy, ignoring the creepy decor. They really had a thing for skulls, huh? Seriously, it's like they're all looking right at us. Yes, literally every room, save for your tower, is filled with skulls and bones and other dreadful things that I won't repeat. This was the, mildest of horrors I saw. Yes, they are really gone. I know. I was a bit stunned myself. Facing a dragon the size of a mountain isn't a sure thing, if you understand my meaning. No, the dragon was the sorcerer. Utterly terrifying. Well, yes, wouldn't you be? I don't need to prove anything, Your Highness. I was scared shitless, pardon my vulgarity, but I kept thinking of all the cruel things that the sorcerer did to our kingdom over the years, and then you, trapped in the highest reaches of this awful place, an innocent victim of their malice and spite. Sorry, there I go again, rambling on. You really are too kind. I will talk with you as much as you like. I have to say, Your Highness, you are taking this with a remarkable calm. That's a good way to think about it. No, well, truth to be told, I had no intention of returning to my kingdom. I wasn't sure exactly what I'll find when I arrived here. And then, facing the sorcerer magic, I questioned whether I will survive. But I was okay with it, you know. If that was meant to be my fate, so be it. Luckily for both of us, that didn't happen. Your Highness, what is it? Oh, Your Highness, it's alright, do not apologize. Shh, it's alright, here, let me, damn, sure, of course, you may use my shoulder as long as it pleases you. Let your tears go, Your Highness, there's no one else here but me. I understand. If I could turn back time for you, I would, but unfortunately that's beyond my capability. Your mother and father loved you deeply. I'm sure of it. They are the reason your story is known throughout the land, and they would have been overjoyed to know that their beloved daughter was finally free. Your fault. No. Your Highness, the sorcerer was a cunning master of manipulation. There is nothing to be ashamed of. Besides, you survived, and they didn't. I suppose in the end, you were ultimately their undoing. I was only the one who was waking you up. Ah, well, yes, I suppose I did vanquish them too. But you survived all these years. That's incredible. I hope that is. I would love to hear about your life before all of this sometime. After all, it isn't every day one meets someone from their literal past. Of course, and only if you wish. I apologize if that was too forward for now. I will serve you however you need me, whether it be a shoulder to cry upon or a hand to guide you. Please only speak the words and I will do it. Then take as long as you need, Your Highness. I have no plan to leave you, unless you command it. My duty to you runs only so long as you will. That's right. I am unfortunately familiar with having no one to turn in the time of great needs. I will not allow that to happen to you now. No need to thank me, and if I may say, though we have only just met, I can see that you are resilient and strong of heart. I'm not just saying that. False platitudes are not something I typically employ. Well, I am not like other members of the nobility, but that's a story for another day, perhaps. Would you care to finish your meal? Very well, I will save the rest for later. We are only a few days' ride from your kingdom. My horse, Star's feeling he's alright, should be waiting for us in the woods just beyond the castle ground. When you feel ready, I will be more than happy to sit out with you. At the very least, just leave this horrible place. There are still villages in the surrounding area, yes. I'm certain we can find more suitable lodging. Your Highness, what are... now we're even? Seems we are. I just did not expect that. I'm flush? Well, you did kiss my cheek after all. Somehow, though, it has revitalized me, as if the horrors of this past day never occurred. I feel as if I could walk 1,000 miles on my own 2 feet just to bring you home. You don't want to go back? I understand, but I am certain they would welcome you back. Of course, you're not wrong. It is very possible that they will not believe who you say you are, especially if no one alive can verify it. And my words, the word of a stranger from another kingdom, may fall equally on skeptical ears. I understand your hesitation, so then what do you suggest? What do you want? That is a wonderful idea. Yes, of course. I will be honored to explore the continent with you. I didn't realize you had never left your own kingdom before. Was there something you wished to do? I mean, before the curse? Then that is what we will do. It is rather exciting not knowing where we might end up. Yes, Your Highness. What a thoughtful sentiment. It doesn't really matter, so long as we have each other. My cheeks. Again? No, don't you worry about such thing. Your Highness, I simply can't help but be warmed by your grateful presence and your infectious optimism. Anyway, on your command, we shall leave this place. Wonderful. I tire of it too. Let's go.